With Paper Mario The Thousand Year Door now in the rearview mirror, we're finally in Nintendo Direct season, and the leaks have been leaking the past few days as to what we may be seeing in the upcoming presentation. What's up everyone, welcome back to That Nintendo Show. Y'all should know by now that I'm not the biggest fan of covering leaks and rumors all the time, but one, it's a slow news week, and two, I've beaten Paper Mario, so now I'm ready to see what else we gotta look forward to this year. And if some of these leaks end up being accurate, we might be in for a very fruitful second half of 2024, so who knows. Before we get into the weeds here, if you enjoy this video, make sure you like it. It helps me out a lot, and subscribe if you're new here. We're on our way to our first super big milestone being 500 subscribers. Once we hit that goal, it actually unlocks new features and utilities that I can use to help improve the channel going forward. So click that subscribe button, share this video with any of your friends and family that you can. So our leak adventure starts with fan favorite credible leaker Midori. Midori has been known as a credible leaker who supposedly was planning to stop leaking back in March, but here we are with some teases into upcoming project. First off, Midori has teased that a new Live Alive game may be in the works through a poll that they posted on X. Now you may be scratching your head asking, Mitch, it's just a poll, come on dude. And you're right, that's kind of how I'm looking at this too, but typically these leakers do have to leave cryptic hints about stuff instead of outright just saying it. So let's just entertain the idea that there is a new Live Alive game in the works. It actually would be super exciting for this to be real. Live Alive started as a Japanese-only Super Nintendo game, released back in 1994, and didn't even get a full localization until 2022 whenever they remade the game. So I guess it is worth saying that it must have been successful enough to warrant a sequel. Live Alive has definitely been a game that's always been on my radar to check out, but like most things, it falls into the pile of shame that people need to get around to finishing. So hopefully, if this is real, a sequel being in the works will be the little push that I need to finally check this game out. Midori's other big tease in this post is in regards to the upcoming Dragon Quest III HD 2D remake. The Dragon Quest official Twitter account, or X account, whatever, posted that we'd be hearing more about the game in the coming weeks, and someone commented to Midori asking, is it still just the third game? To which Midori replied that it's actually Dragon Quest 1 through 3. So, big news there for Dragon Quest fans. I've always loved the HD 2D art style, and seeing more of these classic games remade in this style is just a plus. Obviously, we'll have to wait to see if this is legit or not, but I think that a collection of all three games would offer more bang for your buck than just getting Dragon Quest III. This is something that when Dragon Quest posted this, my first thought was, okay, this is probably going to be a safe prediction to be in the Nintendo Direct. In the predictions video I did a week ago, we talked about Dragon Quest 12 maybe showing up, which we've heard that it's okay in development or anything, but I don't think now that it's actually going to be there. But I do think that Dragon Quest HD 2D remakes will be there, whether it's 1 through 3 now or just 3. In some form it'll be there, which I think is really cool. Now, there was another post from Midori that came out a little bit later going over some other stuff. And there's two more titles that he's teasing, and these are a little bit different. So with these two games, the Dragon Quest and Live Alive, it was kind of more straightforward teasing them. And this is kind of going into the game of code names, essentially trying to tease out some other projects and stuff. Whenever we start looking into like code names and things like that, I always just think about that Charlie Day meme where he's just pointing at the different things on the bulletin board, because that's how I feel when I'm trying to piece all this stuff together. And you know, when it's gonna make sense, I think, if it ends up being true, but it's just there's no way to really tell if it's gonna be happening or not. But let's go through it because I think it's very interesting. So this is the post from Midori. It says, quote, there is a project at Nintendo with the codename Edward. This might be related to the rumors of a new Zelda series title. And then went on to say, there's also a project at Nintendo in development with the codename Anna. Elsa is the code name for Nintendo Switch Sports, so this title might be related. Little Frozen reference in there. Now, on Gaming Leaks and Rumors, where this has kind of popped up, and I want to give credit to the user Dr. Awesome X because he added a little bit of context with the Zelda codename, saying, not sure if this means anything, but in regards to how the codename Edward relates to Zelda, Midori responded to the comment saying Richard was the codename for Link's Awakening remake on Switch. Of course, this could mean nothing, but I'd argue it's somewhat noteworthy given Grezzo has been silent for a while, and specifically the Legend of Zelda Oracle remakes have been rumored for a while now, which is very cool because I think a lot of people, once they play Link's Awakening, kind of had the idea that, okay, they might just go back and do all of these Zelda Game Boy games like this. So Oracle of Seasons and Ages makes a lot of sense, especially if they keep it the same way. You're pushing out two games. They're a little bit, for the most part, they're different, but they are connected in a way. And there's a lot of opportunity to get people to buy $60 remakes, which Nintendo is no stranger to doing at this point. And I think it's a good way to kind of swan song the Switch a little bit, give it a new 2D Zelda, or Zeldas, just to get it out there. Or, you know, there was the long-standing idea that there was going to be a third game in that series, so maybe this is the third game, and it kind of ties everything together into one game. That'd be cool. I would love that. So between, you've got this Zelda rumor of multiple games maybe, and then, you know, you've always got the idea that Wind Waker and Twilight Princess are coming at some point. So I don't exactly know if there's a chance that all of that shows up. I think about that, I think it was IGN a couple years ago did an April Fool's Nintendo Direct, where it was just like everything's coming to Switch, and literally it was like all these different Zelda games that were showing up, and this is kind of what that feels like. So who knows, we might get a Zelda game, we might get 4 Zelda games at the Direct whenever that happens. But just something to note here, obviously these are all leaks and rumors, so you have to take them with a healthy dose of salt, and make sure your tinfoil hat is placed properly on your head, so when Nintendo announces their Direct, you just have your expectations set on where this could actually be. But on the topic of the Direct though, I wouldn't be surprised if the Direct is next Friday, June 7th. Nintendo seems to wait about 2 weeks after a major game of theirs comes out before they drop a Direct. And since Paper Mario came out a week ago, today's Friday, you know where I'm going with this. And plus it's kind of like, it's almost in the middle, because about 2, maybe 3 weeks after is whenever Luigi's Mansion comes out. So they might just try to set all this up to where it's like right in the middle. Plus, you've got Microsoft doing their showcase on June 9th. So they might want to try to get out in front of it. Or they maybe just want to go after. Who knows? Before we wrap up, I do want to let you know about a post that I made and just want to kind of get some feedback on it. The post is already live at the time of recording this. But I'm just, you know, interested because this is a little off topic, but I love Call of Duty. I'm a big Call of Duty fan, love Call of Duty Zombies. We've been through some rough patches here lately, but hopefully with the recent announcement of Call of Duty Black Ops 6, that we're going to be steering in the right direction. And so the post that I made was about, since Microsoft is committed to putting future Call of Duty titles on Nintendo systems, you think that Call of Duty Black Ops 6 will release on Nintendo Switch or Switch 2 for that matter. So I'm not sure how much of my audience plays Call of Duty, but I would love to see the franchise return to the Switch, because, you know, the last one was, I think, Call of Duty Ghosts on the Wii U. So it's been a long time since a Call of Duty game has been on a Nintendo platform. And I know a lot of people probably have other systems or other means to play Call of Duty on more powerful hardware. So maybe this is a Switch 2 thing instead. But to me, I think it'd be fun to like be able to take zombies on the go on a Switch 2, whatever. But either way, that's just a little aside here, and we'll know on June 9th what platforms that the new Call of Duty is going to be coming on. But it is interesting that Microsoft, in that court deal last year as they were getting ready to acquire Activision Blizzard, did say they were going to be putting future COD games on Nintendo hardware. So maybe that starts with Black Ops 6 on the regular Switch, or I would assume probably Switch 2, or does that start later on? Anyways, everyone, that'll do it for this video. Again, leave a like if you enjoyed it and subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you next time.